Artificial intelligence is a technology that
Tell me about what is artificial intelligence.
artificial intelligence is a machine learning system that has intelligence of human and
Yes, okay. Zainab, now tell me how AI has benefited society.
AI has made our tasks easier,
Yes, but what sort of tasks? Yes, Abdullah, do you know the answer?
like in education and healthcare.
Yes, okay. So tell me the difference between strong AI and weak AI.
weak AI is known as narrow AI. It can control like self-driving car and things. And strong AI can control everything like programming and
Okay, do you have any examples for strong AI? Currently, there is strong AI or weak AI.
I think the strong AI can help us to pass a test like Chinese test.
Yes, I couldn't understand.
I said the strong AI can help us to pass tests like Chinese room test. That the strong AI can help us in like Chinese room test and things like.
Yes, but I am asking that in today's world, we are using weak artificial intelligence or we are using strong artificial intelligence? Most of which artificial intelligence is being used right now in this era?
I think weak right now.
Yes, good, because strong AI who can think like human, that right now doesn't exist. Okay, so Zainab, would you tell me the four categories of artificial intelligence?
One is reactive,
Yes,
self-aware,
yes.
uh, theory of mind, and limited memory.
Okay, so Abdullah, what did it mean by reactive machines?
The reactive machine has no memory, but it has specific tasks. As example, Deep Blue or reactive machine does not have no memory, only to specific tasks only. The reactive machine, this AI system has no memory, but only they do specific tasks.
Okay. Okay, now we will start with our next lecture that is about be able to research and present information on emerging technologies. And secondly, we will discuss about understand the future of computing. So first of all, we will see about the research new emerging technologies suitable for a range of industries, that how these technologies are suitable for industrial uses. So examples of emerging technologies include these following: sensing and mobility, augmented human reality, digital ecosystem, advanced artificial intelligence and analytics, self-driving cars, Internet of Things, blockchain, biometrics, 5G, virtual reality and augmented reality, and 3D printer. Now, do you know that what is sensing and mobility? Does anyone know?
Sensing like sensor.
No, sensing is some thing regarding to sense. For example, by diagnosing you or by capturing some sense, or which any element or any technology which works with the sense, okay, that can sense a human or any other activity, and then they can perform something. So now what does it mean by mobility? Mobility means the quality or state of being mobile or movable. Something its effort were supported by the cavalry which compensate the infantry lack of mobility, means that something that can be movable. Okay, it becomes cost effective and socially advantageous to provide urban mobility by means of metros, urban rail masses, transit systems on exclusive right of way. Now what does it mean by ability or capacity to move? It just means the physical challenges of vision loss, hearing loss, and reduced mobility. Means if we talk about some person, any device or anything that can move with that person or with that object, but still it's a machine, it's a technology, right? For example, the hearing aid. There are some people who can't hear, but they use that aid or machine so they could hear. So they can move it without any burden. So that is a example of mobility. Now we will see that what is sensing and mobility. By combining sensor technologies with AI, machines are gaining a better understanding of the world around them. Now enabling mobility and manipulation of objects. Sensing technology are a core component of the Internet of Things and the vast amount of data collected. Utilizing intelligence enables the ability to gain many types of insights that can be applied to many scenarios. Now, as you can see, there is written by combining sensor technologies with artificial intelligence, and machines are gaining a better understanding of the world around them, enabling mobility. The machines who has sensor abilities, they have combined that machine or that technology with artificial intelligence, which enables the mobility to the movable things and manipulation of objects. It is a combination of a sensor technology and mobility. Now, for example, over the next decade, AR cloud will create a 3D map of the world, enabling new interaction models and in turn new business model that will monetize physical space. Now, after some years, we can see that the AR cloud, that's a company, they will create a 3D map of the world. Now, by enabling the 3D map of the world, it enables the new interaction models and in turn new business models that will monetize physical space. Physically, that map will be present and they have a 3D effect on that. So that is a combination of a sensor and mobility, because normal map, we all have that map, but a 3D map which will be created and it will enable our all aspects that we need in a map. Maybe it can sense our voice. We will just voice it and that we want to go here or which route is best for us, and that will show in our map. So, and the second, enterprises that are seeking leverage sensing and mobility capabilities should consider the following technologies. Now, what the sensing and mobility capabilities should be and where they can be adjust in 3D sensing cameras. There should be 3D cameras which can sense either it is voice or a detection of a human, but it can sense some activity. Air cloud, light cargo delivery drones, flying autonomous vehicles, and autonomous driving level 4 and 5. Now, what does it mean by autonomous? Do you have any idea?
No, I have no idea.
Okay, Zainab, do you know what is autonomous? Autonomous means independent, having the right of power. Means now here we're talking about flying autonomous vehicles or autonomous driving. Means they will be flying vehicles which will operate by itself. We have fitted the artificial intelligence machine or technology in it so they can fly on its own. Like you can say an automatic aeroplane, automatic helicopter, or automatic car, which doesn't need a person to drive or to control. The vehicle itself will be independent and they will work with some sense, obviously with a voice sense or some connectivity. Now, the next is augmented human reality. Now, what is augmented?
I think it's a human advance.
Augmented means something increased in it or increment on something, that is augmented. Now, augmented human reality, that's some increment in human reality. What can be an increment to a human reality? Now, we will talk about that. Now, augmented human advances enable creation of cognitive and physical improvements as an integral part of the human body. For example of this is the ability to provide superhuman capabilities such as the creation of limb prosthetics with characteristics that can exceed the highest natural human performance. Emerging technologies focused on extending humans include biochips, personification, augmented intelligence, emotion AI, immersive workspace, and biotech. Now, I will talk about very basic. See, for example, if some person has some difficulty in its limb or its, for example, arm, he is not able to move his arm or he cannot move his elbow. So There are machineries that works like an elbow, who will help that person to move his elbow. There will be some machine fitted in it, an extra limb or an extra bone. Consider that they will fit that thing in the limb of that person, so he would be able to move his arm, or he will be able to work. Now, that is an increment to a human body. So as science or technology has improved that much that a person can add another thing in its human body. Now there are artificial hearts, mean machinery hearts, so that is meant by augmented human reality. Okay. Now there are many other machines that includes biochips. Biochips are used in humans in some rare cases. The augmented intelligence, that there are machineries who can detect about truth and lie. Emotions AI. Now, there are so many types of machineries and technologies who can be attached with human reality, and they can increase their working or their emotions. Do you get my point?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then there is digital ecosystem. Now, what is digital ecosystem? Digital ecosystem leverage an interdependent groups of actors, enterprises, peoples, and things, all in all, because an ecosystem is a combination of all living and non living things. Sharing digital platforms to achieve a mutually beneficial purpose, digitalization has facilitated the deconstruction of classical value chains, leading to a stronger, more flexible, and resilient webs of value delivery that are constantly morphing to create new, improved products and services. Now, critical technologies to be considered include digital OOPs, knowledge graphs, synthetic data, decentralized web, and decentralized autonomous organization. Now, in digital ecosystem, all in all, there are peoples, there are things which are being used, there are enterprises that are using that digital things, digital ecosystem, the all techniques or technologies that are connected with digital world, digital platform, they share them, they mutually get benefit from that digital ecosystem. Okay, to be more classical, to value the chains means the value the communications, lead to a stronger, more flexible and resilient webs of value delivery that are constantly morphing to create a new improved product and services. Now, if there would be no advancement in any sort of digital technologies, then there would be no other advanced machineries, or no improved machineries, no improvement in technologies. The old system will be continue. But digital system and the communication has increased that much that they're constantly getting better and better. They are producing good and better products, and they are giving a good services. How? By this digital ecosystem. Next, there is advanced artificial intelligence and analytics. Advanced analytic comprises the autonomous or semi-autonomous examination of data or content using sophisticated technique and tools, typically beyond those of traditional business intelligence. The adoption of edge AI is increasing for applications that are latency sensitive, that is autonomous navigation, means automatically navigate that where are you going, to navigate, for example, your way, subject to network interruptions, for example, remote monitoring, natural language processing, facial recognition, and are the data intensive, for example, video analytics. Now, the technologies to track include adaptive machine learning, edge AI, edge analytics, explainable AI, AI platform as a service, transfer learning, generative adversarial networks, and graph analytics. Now, these all are included in artificial intelligence, advanced artificial intelligence and analytics. Means they need to provide something which can work automatically, or they should just sense and they should just know that what should we do next if there is such a problem. Either it is in a business, either it is with any simpler person. There is just an app if some person is using. For example, if you use a map, even now, you have select some direction. But if you have missed one direction, means the map is telling you to move right and you move to the left. or you just pass that right path and you just straight away go straight to another level, then what that map will do, that map will see that either there is another way for your location entered or not. It will automatically tell you the another path if there is another path to your location where you want to go. And if there is no path, there will be a message appearance that you're going on a wrong path, or the path is, or the direction is on the right but you are going straight. There will be some type of sense or some type of notification to that. So that is called an advanced artificial intelligence or analytics, that how you are going to perform, or on which level of state you are you going on a right path or a wrong path, or what you should do the next. Okay,
Okay.
do you have any confusion, Zainab?
No.
Okay. Then there is self-driving cars. Now they are an autonomous car or driverless cars which do not need any driver to be driven. A self-driver car is a vehicle that uses a combination of sensors, cameras, radar, and artificial intelligence to travel between the destinations without a human operator. Now, we have seen in movies, there was a movie, I don't know the exact name now, I just forgot. But in that movie, they shown us on next level, you can say, after so many years, there will be a control of robotics everywhere. All of the work will be done by robotics as well as the cars. Now that person just entered that where he want to go on this little screen, and the car drive was driven by itself. There was no steering that he was using, there was no gear system. That car was automatically just moving towards its destination. And the more important, that what is the sense? Now the sense is that when there is a red light, that car should stop, and that car stopped because he can sense that where that car has to stop or where he has to go again. So that is meant by self-driving cars. To qualify as a full autonomous vehicle must be able to navigate without human intervention to a predetermined destination over roads that have not been adapted for its use. Then there are Internet of Things. Internet of Things describe the network of physical object things that are embedded with sensors, softwares, and other technologies for the purpose of connecting and exchanging data with other devices and systems over the internet. Now, what does Internet of Things mean? It means the devices that connects us with other person. Because without the device, there is no way of connecting with the other person. Because if there will be not a device, there will be not a software, and if there is not a software, then we cannot connect to other people's, because we connect through software. And what a software wants as specifically a device in which software can be installed and they can work. Now, these devices range from ordinary household objects to sophisticated industrial tools. With more than 7 billion connected IoT devices today, experts are expecting this number to grow to 10 billion by 2020 and 22 billion by 2025. Now, it doesn't mean about just a mobile or a laptop or these kind of devices. Our household devices also. There can be some software installed, and after that software, we work with that devices. For example, we use microwave. Now there is a software, or there is some machinery or some artificial intelligence is there, from which we just press the button and it do exactly what we say. Then there are what technologies have made IoT possible. Now, access to low cost, low power sensor technology. Affordable and reliable sensors are making IoT technology possible for more manufacturers. Now, what can be low cost or low power sensor technology? Are mobile phones, first of all, because they are low power, low cost sensor technology. They are affordable and they are reliable sensors. Then connectivity. A host of network protocols for the internet has made it easy to connect sensors to the cloud and to other things for efficient data transfer. Now, the cloud app or the cloud software that has made very much easier to transfer the data because of its connectivity. Then cloud computing platforms. The increase in the availability of platform enables both business and consumer to access the infrastructure they need to scale up without actually having to manage it all. Now, if you have a cloud application or you have a cloud account, so you can give the link to any person, and it can be no, if you are not available at that time and the other person needs some document urgently, so it's an increase in availability that that person can easily go through that link and gets whatever he or she wants. Then machine learning and analytics. With advances in learning and analytics, along with access to varied and vast amount of data stored in the cloud, business can gather insights faster and more easily. The emergence of these allied technologies continues to push the boundaries of IoT, and the data produced by our IoT also feeds these technologies. Now, how IoT works? There are some machine learnings. Without machine learning or some machine languages, you can say, you cannot store data, or you cannot understand how data is being stored, how to retrieve that data, or how to work and faster or more easily. Because of these technologies, they are continuously pushing us to do better and better. We are crossing our boundaries each and every time we update something. Then there is conversational artificial intelligence. Advances in neural technology networks have brought natural language process to IoT devices such as digital personal assistant Alexa, Cortana, and Siri, and made them appealing, affordable, and viable for home use. Now, that is a language processing device like Google, Alexa, and Siri. Now, we can just ask them or ask them anything by just sitting and speaking. We don't need even to on that if we on a button and then we speak, or record something and then we speak. No, we can simply call their name and then we can ask anything that we want. That is a IoT things. Okay, then there is a blockchain. Now, blockchain, it's clear by its name that it is something to be blocked. Blockchain is a method of recording information that makes it impossible to or difficult for the system to be changed, hacked, or manipulated. A blockchain is a distributed ledger that duplicates and distributes transactions across the network of computers participating in the blockchain. Now, you can call it like understand it by by if there are a group of 4 peoples, okay, and you consider that group of 4 people as a blockchain. Now, any information that is um, spread in that 4 people or a group, that will not go outside. Other than no other person could know that what is the secret of that 4 people or a group. That information cannot be leaked out. No one can be listened to that secret or that information. So blockchain does this work, that it is a method that records information and makes it impossible that no one can see or no one can hack your information. And it makes the duplicates and distribute transaction across a network of computers participating in blockchain. The persons or the people that are connected to blockchains, they have the information, and there are duplicates of one document to each and every person of that blockchain. But other than the person who is not in the blockchain cannot know the information. Now, blockchain technology is a structure that stores transactional records, also known as a block of the public in several databases, known as the chain in a network of connected through peer-to-peer nodes. Typically, this storage is referred to as a digital ledger. Now, why it is called a blockchain? Block means that it has blocked that information to spread it more. And chain means there are several people or several networks, the peer-to-peer nodes. that information can be distributed. Every transaction in this ledger is authorized by the digital signature of the owner, which authenticates the transaction and safeguards it from tampering. Hence, the information the digital ledger contains is highly secure. Do you understand the concept of blockchain?
Yes, miss.
Now, the next is biometrics. Biometrics are biological measurements or physical characteristics that can be used to identify individuals. For example, fingerprint mapping, facial recognition, and retina scans, or all from biometric technology, but these are just the most recognized option. Biometrics means to identify or measurement through some biological aspects. Now, researchers claim the shape of an ear, the way someone sits and walks, unique body odors, the veins in one hand, and even facial contortions are others' unique identifiers. These traits further define biometrics. Now you see that if someone has exact same fingerprint or a thumb shape like you, but still your fingerprint will be changed. How? Because of the shape that cannot be seen by the naked eye from our eyes, but it can be detected with the help of biometrics, by the biological measurements. Facial recognition, the retina scans, the eye scans, they all are forms of biometrics. Now, researchers claim the shape of an ear. If some people have a same shape of ear, but still it will be different because of some minor things that we cannot say. The identifiers are or other unique identifiers, the traits further define biometrics. Three types of biometric security. While they can have other applications, biometrics have been often used in security, and you can mostly label biometrics into three groups. First is biological metrics, morphological, and behavioral. Now, these are the three types of biometrics. Now, we will see all the three biometrics. First is biological biometric. Now, what is biological biometric? It is used traits at the genetic and molecular level. These may include features like DNA or your blood, which might be assessed through a sample of your body and the fluid. Now, biological biometrics, and how can biometrics can include, or it can be connected with your physical appearance, a biological appearance. It is like your DNA or your blood sample. The checking or the from the sample or the creations, you can say the results of biological biometrics can be done through your DNA or your blood sample. Then there is morphological biometrics. It involves the structure of your body. More physical traits like your eye, your fingerprint, or the shape of your face can be mapped for use with the security scanners. Now, for example, on your mobile system, if you make a fingerprint, even if I think so that even if it is your twin, his fingerprints will be different. It cannot be as same as yours, or his eye would be different in sense of the security scanners. You are two different peoples. Or shape of your face. Anyone with your face cut, but any other person can be mixed up, but the security scanners cannot be mixed or confused by the shape of your face. So that is morphological biometrics that include your physical appearance. And behavioral biometrics are based on patterns unique to each person. How you walk, you speak, or even the type on a keyboard can be indications to identify if these patterns are tracked. Now, where we can use the behavioral biometrics, it is more like you can say, if there are two people, no, that is something regarding to, it's not happened in real life, but you can see that if some people, he takes your identity, for example, means he tells everyone your name and pretend to be you in other in front of other people's, but that machinery, if a people cannot recognize, that machinery can recognize that if your walking pattern is installed in it, or saved in it, as then they will compare either that work and this work is similar or not. And obviously computer systems can detect even minor things that we cannot. So they can track and they can tell, no, this is not the same talk or the same walk or the same voice or anyone's physical activity. Means there are different ways how people type on keyboard. There can be a simple one thing that can differ, although the typing on keyboard is almost the same if someone is professional, but still there will be some difference. So these behavioral biometrics can track the persons through their walking, their speak, or their activity. Okay. Then there is 5G. Now, right now we are in the 5G environment era, but still many people are using 4G. Now 5G is a fifth generation of wireless cellular technology, offering higher upload and download speed, more consistent connections, and improved capacity than previous networks. 5G is much faster and more reliable than the currently popular 4G networks and has the potential to transform the way we use the internet to access applications, social networks, and information. Now, for example, technologies like self driving cars, advanced gaming applications, and live streaming media that require very reliable, high speed data connections are set to benefit greatly from 5G connectivity. Now, right now, there is just 5G connectivity. If there would be in future, there will be 6G, then these connections or these technologies will jump from 5G to 6G because they need more good connections for their company or for their technologies, so they can work good and they can score good and the product goes well. Then there is written, then why is 5G important? Now, when we see that why 5G is important for us, for example, as a teacher, like I'm teaching you, I need a good internet connection so that I could deliver lecture easily. It cannot be interrupted, it should be fast, the voice quality should be good. These are the reasons. For a person who is a gamer, he needs his internet to be run fast. Run fast in the sense that there should be no interruption between his game. His game shouldn't be stopped because of the weak internet or some sort of interruption. No, data creation is growing exponentially with volume set to increase by several hundred zettabytes over the coming decade. The current mobile infrastructure was not designed for such a high information load and requires upgrading. At the same time, with its high speed, massive capacity, and low latency, 5G could help to support and scale several applications like cloud connected traffic control, drone delivery, video chatting, and console quality games on the go. From global payments and emergency response to distance education and mobile workforce, the benefits and the applications of 5G are limitless. It has the potential to transform the world of work, the global economy, and people's life. Do you understand that? Why 5G
Yes, I understand.
is important? Okay. Next, there is virtual reality and augmented reality. Now, what is virtual? Something that is not physically in front of us. That is a virtual thing that we can just see or we can just sense. And second, there is augmented reality. Augmented means it's from the real time. Now, what is the difference? Virtual reality takes these same components to another level by producing an entirely computer generated simulation of an alternate world. These immersive simulations can create almost any visual or place imaginable for the player using special equipment such as computers, sensors, headsets, and gloves. Now, that is a virtual reality. It seems to be real, but it is not really present that we can touch. Now, second one is augmented reality, is a real-time use of information in form of text, in form of graphics, audio, and other virtual enhancement integrated with real-world objects. It is the it is this real world element that differentiates AR from virtual reality. AR integrates and adds value to the user's interaction with the real world versus a simulation. Now, augmented reality, you can say the example of then our voice is real. And when we send a voice note, now the other person is not listening to the machine voice. Machine voice would be a virtual reality. Augmented reality means it is connected with the real world, real time, or a real person, something that really exists. And it is also connected with technology. Okay. Now there is difference between the two. VR is completely virtual. In a virtual world, you can say that it cannot be touched or that cannot be feel in that way. AR uses a real world setting. VR users are controlled by the systems, and AR users can control their presence in real world. AR users, you can also say the robots are also included in AR. VR requires a headset device. AR can be accessed with a smartphone. VR only enhances a fictional reality, and AR enhances both the virtual and real world. Now, VR also, you can say, include the headsets which most of the security persons uses. The headset where they press this button and set the frequency to talk to other person. Like you can see in movies, the headsets like mobile, but it's not like a mobile, it's like a remote, and they have that antenna also to which they talk. So that can be a headset device. But that cannot be connected through a smartphone. So it is virtual, and the thing or a connection or a technology that can be used through a smartphone, that is augmented reality. Okay.
Yes.
Now there is a 3D printer. What is 3D, Zainab?
3D printer, it prints us objects.
No.
Basically, we can by using a software, we can design an object that we want, and it will print using some type of material, and we can get that object in real life. It'll be 3D.
Okay. Now, 3D printing or additive manufacturing, AM technologies. Additive manufacturing means AM technologies create three-dimensional parts from computer-aided design. Models by successfully adding material layer by layer until physical part is created. That is called a 3D printing. All 3D printing process start with a CAD, that is computer-aided design, because printing itself is a technology or a technique which is connected with a device, and through computer we do that. And CAD model that is sent to software to prepare that design. Depending on the technology, the 3D printer might produce the part layer by solidifying resin or sintering powder. The parts are then removed from the printer and post-processed for the specific application. What are the types of 3D printers? The three most established types of 3D printers for plastic parts. First is stereolithography, SLA, selective laser sintering, and fused deposition modeling. Now, let me explain all to you. First, what is stereolithography? It is an industrial 3D printing process used to create concept models, cosmetic prototypes, and complex parts with intricate geometrics. For example, it is used for industrial parts. They can build a building, a 3D building, through their printers or through their lasers that can show it's all of the parts, basically. Then second is selective laser sintering. Now, selective laser sintering is an additive manufacturing technique that uses a laser as a power and heat source to sinter powdered material, aiming the laser automatically at the point in space defined by a 3D model, binding the material together to create a solid structure. Now, for example, there is a powder that they sinter to make a solid structure, a solid view of 3D. That is selective laser sintering. That selectively you just want a laser sintering, that something powder there, it is poured, or you can say it is a source of heat material. It goes through heat material, and that powder then solidify as a 3D object. And then third one is fused deposition modeling. Fused deposition modeling is a process within the realm of material extrusion. Now, it builds parts layer by layer by selectively depositing melted material in the path. Now, how this 3D is used, it heat some you can say plastic material, and they then build some model through that material. Do you get my point, or should I explain more?
I understand.
Okay. These are the three type of, mostly the three types of printers or 3D printer. Now, Form Labs offer two professional 3D printing technologies. Form Labs offers two professional. First is SLA, and that second is SLS. What is SLA? It is stereolithography, and SLS selective laser sintering, bringing these powerful and accessible industrial fabrication tools into the creative hands of professionals around the world. These two are mostly used in the industrial parts, then the fused deposition modeling. Then there is a plan and draft research to include written communication. How will you plan and how will you research to include some written communication for all of these emerging technologies part? So first of all, you will do here, you need to plan how you can drift and present your research. If you are presenting some of your research, that will help you in your assignment. So listen carefully, okay? First, present your research regarding the task 1, which I will discuss in your next lecture, for which you need to prepare the presentation. Then the presentation should be formal business presentation, which should include main points on the slides and explanation in the notes area. The presentation must be attractive. That is, you can add visual graphics to make it more interesting. Now, as you can see, if you want to discuss or you want to tell or communicate with someone, so if the person is not understanding by your uh, lecture, by just your telling, your communication, you will perform that thing, or you will show him something like that so he could understand better, or you will give him the some real time example. So your presentation should be more attractive. Then you can add visual graphics to make it more understandable and attractive. Now, this section of task 1 fully dependent how you will present your research effectively. You need to properly reference each of your research part. Okay. Next, that will be the part of your assignment is understand the future of computing. Now, what do you think? What can be the future of computing, or the things that are now, how can they be updated more? How they will update, or they can be updated for the use in the future, or help us in the future?
Yes, I'm not very sure.
Okay. Now, there are many, means simple things. You can say that. For example, if we are working like there can be smart locks. If we talk about our home, what facilities you just think, because human nature is very laziness nature. So a human thoughts about everything that he can do or she can do by just laying on the bed or laying on the sofa, right? So if you think that you are lying on a bed, and what is the main thing you have to get off from your bed to do? You can turn on the lights, you have to off the light, you have to turn off the fan. These are the main things that people say, oh my god, I wish I could have the remote, or I could have just done by sitting here, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So obviously in some time that will be true. In some time our computing or our technologies will be more advanced that we can just speak up, and there will be sensors that will work on our voice. So jokes apart, that was a joke, but not a joke, because it will be in the future, inshallah. So future developments can include the use of artificial intelligence, that is smart home speakers, voice control cars, smart locks, and smart lights. Now, how will they work? That is the main question. Smart home speakers. Now, for what thing we need smart home speakers? What do you think? Why will you need smart home speakers? For what thing?
Smart home speakers can be used to like control the other smart devices in the house.
Yes, very good. Now, smart speakers rely on a set of complex artificial intelligence technologies. They listen to sound waves and convert them into words using automatic speech recognition. Then they convert those words into meanings using natural language understandings. Once the meanings are understood, the smart speaker responds using natural language generation technology. Obviously, it is like when you will speak, machine language or machinery has to understand that what are you saying. They will recognize the voice, they will convert that language, they will understand, and then they will respond. Now, these handy speakers can be controlled from a distance using your voice, and you can also use some to control your other smart home devices like thermostats, light bulbs. You can use them to answer or decline phone calls, set alarms or timers, and ask them questions that across your mind. Second one is voice controlled cars that I have discussed before. They're like smart cars or autonomous vehicles. In car, voice assistants have become more than just a way to pull up music and navigation hands free. They are becoming the standards for exceptional driving experiences by offering functionalities that are defining the future of the auto industry. Then there is voice control cars. There is additional. That is, today drivers can speak to in-car voice assistant to accomplish a wide range of hands-free tasks, including setting navigational goals and listening to directions while en route. That can be used by a Google Map that is installed if it is installed in your car. Placing and receiving hands-free calls, accessing interactive car manuals and having the system read relevant sections out loud, getting information from voice assistants about everything from the nearest gas station to internet search results, placing orders at restaurant, cafes, and consumer goods stores, operating infotainment systems like the radio and audio streaming services, controlling car system, in-car temperatures, windshield, wiper operation, door locks, and more. Now, right now, that I have experienced that it can be only the operations, but like you can connect your mobile to your car screen and you can attend the call from that, or you can listen to something. For example, the map can be shown that if you have to go right or you have to go left. That is the basic thing, but in future that can be more updated. Smart locks. Now there are many types of locks, you can say, like main home lock that can be just opened by your voice, by your voice recognition. Now the smart locks plays a significant role in smart home security. Now these are some of the players, means the softwares, that is QVSet, Jail, Eufy, and Simply Safe offer major players in the market. Most of these locks are used in one of two ways. The user inputs a code on a keypad or touch the screen or uses a smartphone app to do the unlocking or locking duties. You can simply connect your mobile with those devices. So if another person is trying to unlock your lock, you can just get a notification for that. So smart locks, if integrated with AI, could improve home security by how they can improve home security using machine learning to track who typically opens the door and what time, allowing greater control over who can unlock and lock certain doors, automatically unlocking or locking a door or as someone approaches or leaves their home, recognizing break-in or clock tampering attempts, leveraging algorithms for fingerprint and 3D facial recognition data. In future, these all systems will be included as your smart locks or in your smart locks. Then there is smart lights. What do you think can be a smart light?
Smart lights?
Yes.
Is it like um when they sense when there's pressure or something, then the lights turn on when they sense movements?
Yes. So that also included in smart light. Smart lighting is an innovative lighting technology which allows you to automatically control your lighting using specific lighting system. This is not only makes it easier to use your lighting, but also makes it a lot more pleasant. For example, with smart lighting, you can automatically control your lighting from dimming the light to adjusting the color temperature to controlling the correct amount of daylight. Smart lighting works with a few triggers to automatically adjust the light. For example, sensor technology can be used to detect the presence of people in the room or the amount of daylight shining into a room. Time, sound, and external data such as location or weather forecaster are also possibly triggers. Now, the sensor lights are also available, but what will be the main thing in the future? In future, it will just set some of the people, means there should be a system that can set according to people's mood. Like if there is raining outside and a person wants a warm light, then the light should be warm. If a person wants a bright light, it should be bright, or a dumb light, or any other color of the light. So these changings can be made through smart lights in future according to the person moods or a people of person sitting in there. Now next is Wi-Fi or Bluetooth. Smart lighting also uses certain connections to link your different lighting system to your smartphones, so you can easily operate them. With Wi-Fi, this is possible through a connection with a central unit to which all devices can be connected. With Bluetooth, this is a direct connection between your smartphone and the lightning devices, or also through a central unit, which is the case with the Bluetooth mesh. There are also other wireless communication systems that can be used for lightning, such as Zigbee. Now, there will be smart lights or smart devices which you can hold through your mobiles. Right now, we can control our Android TVs, our smart TVs through our mobiles also. But in future, we can connect them through, you can say, in form of lights. There will be software that will be connected to your mobile phones, and you can just change the light, the color, or the intensity of light, or you have to turn off the light. You can do it just by operating it on your phone through a Wi-Fi or a Bluetooth. Now there are some Bluetooth devices, like you have a Bluetooth keyboard, you have a Bluetooth mouse, but in future they will be more advanced, and they can be used from a different distance. Means there is a specific distance that the Bluetooth can cover, or a Wi-Fi can cover, if you are using an external device that is connected through Bluetooth. For example, if your TV is in one room and you are sitting on the other room, the Bluetooth will not work. If you are operating through mouse, or your iPad or your computer is on another room, that cannot be operated, because the distance level is not exact what that device wants. How these elements could be developed over the future years to create a smart home. Now, how it can be a smart home using different elements, or in future years, the devices. The smart home trend. Smart homes rely on sensors, software, wireless protocols like Z-Wave, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and Zigbee. To function properly, smart devices are interconnected and can communicate, automate tasks, and perform functions when a homeowner uses a compatible app on their smartphone or tablet or computer. Major brands like Ring, Amazon, Google, Apple, Philips, and Samsung SmartThings are leaders in the smart home market. They offer a wide range of state of the art innovative smart products and services for homeowners. Smart home devices are convenient and efficient. Some can conserve or reduce energy cost. Many homeowners are drawn to these technologies because they can be controlled more easily, offer potential cost saving opportunities, and provide home management insights. Now, do you have any questions regarding these slides, or have you understood about the future technologies?
Yes, sorry.
Do you understand all of these slides using the future updates or future technologies, or how our future can be more smart by using smart
Yes.
technologies? Or do you have any question regarding today's lecture?
No, I don't have any questions.
Okay, so today we have learned about new emerging technologies and how will they affect to create a future smart home, and what roles AI plays in developing current and future emerging technologies. In the next lecture, I will tell you about the assignment, the task one, and that will be regarding your first, second lecture, and today's lecture. Okay. So go through all these three lectures, and if you have any question, please ask me in the next lecture. And before that, just tell me, what is VR?
VR, it stands for reality,
Yes.
right? It is using computer technology to create a digital environment
Yes. And what is blockchain?
which you can see. Okay, blockchain is like it's like a database.
Yes.
Okay, it is like it has this
It prevents our
they
data
basically
from
like,
being hacked. The main
yeah.
quality is about that blockchain. The data can be shared, or data can be viewed only to those people who can see them. So the system or the data could not be hacked. That's why we use blockchain.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much, Zainab. And please go through these three slides, and we will meet inshallah in our next lecture.
Okay.
Thank you. Allah Hafiz.